For 31 consecutive years, the Labrador Retriever held more registrations than any other breed in America. They are the standard for companionship, serving as household pets, search and rescue workers, and specialized service dogs. But this reputation for reliability is often overshadowed by a specific behavioral trait, a desperate, singular focus on food. They are prone to countersurfing, bin raiding, and severe obesity. The biological drive that makes them easy to train for life-saving tasks is the same mechanism that hardwires them to gain weight. To understand the Labrador, we have to look past the owner's discipline and examine a specific glitch in the breed's DNA. This behavior traces back to 19th century Newfoundland, Canada. The dogs lived in a freezing, high-stress maritime climate. This was the home of the St. John's water dog, the ancestor of the modern Labrador. These dogs were working tools for European fishermen. They spent their days diving into the North Atlantic to catch escaped fish and haul heavy, waterlogged nets to the shore. This constant physical exertion in freezing water created a massive caloric deficit. Because food was an unreliable resource in these fishing villages, survival favored dogs that could maintain a high work output while their bodies remained in a state of extreme energy conservation. The modern Labrador inherited this drive to seek out calories and store them efficiently. What we see as a lack of impulse control began as a vital adaptation for survival in the North Atlantic. Modern veterinary science has mapped this behavior to a specific genetic location. Researchers at the University of Cambridge conducted a large-scale study to determine why the breed is so uniquely predisposed to obesity. They found that 25% of Labradors have a 14 base pair section of the POMC gene that simply disappears. This missing code stops the production of two chemical messengers, beta-MSH and beta-endorphin. These are the chemicals that tell the brain a meal has finished. Without them, the brain receives a constant starvation signal, regardless of how much the dog has actually eaten. This chart shows the second half of the problem. A dog with this mutation has a resting metabolic rate 25% lower than a dog without it. Their bodies are hardwired to conserve energy and store fat as if they are still working in the subarctic. When researchers looked at the most successful service dogs, they found that 76% of them carry this mutation. This state of constant hunger makes them uniquely motivated to work. They are willing to perform complex tasks and maintain high levels of focus for the sake of a single piece of food. In a household setting, this genetic trait is a significant biological disadvantage. The dog is struggling against a brain that tells it is starving. Owners have to compensate for this lack of internal regulation. Because the dog cannot feel full, the satiety must be managed through the environment. This means using specific tools, like puzzle feeders and scent-based games, to forcefully slow down their intake while maintaining strict daily calorie limits. Humans selected for this extreme food motivation to build a working breed. We now have a responsibility to manage the health consequences of that selection. When a Labrador focuses on a treat, they are displaying an ancient survival mechanism. It's a hunger that once kept the breed alive in the North Atlantic. Today, it is why they are so willing to follow us.